Is this America, the land of the free and the home of the brave?
But a friend of mine named Joe Harris Jr., whose father used to be Fannie Lou Hamer's right-hand man until he got run out of Mississippi by the Klan. And Joe called me this summer, and he said he was talking to his mother and she was so down. And she said this reminds her of the old days with Fannie Lou Hamer and the Freedom Democratic Party. And I'd forgotten, and Joe and I have been friends for almost 30 years. I'd forgotten about his dad's history in that movement. And I asked Joe, I said, boy, I'm working on this play. Do you think your mom would be willing to talk to me or talk to the playwright, Cheryl West? He said, sure she would. And she said, no. But she said, Charles McLaurin, who was sent by the Southern Christian Leadership Conference after Joe, the way I understand it, after Joe Harris Sr. left, and Charles became Fannie Lou Hamer's right-hand man. He was her campaign manager. He helped with food banking. He was her driver. Her right hand, anything you can think of. As a matter of fact, he's the one responsible for the Fannie Lou Hamer, that statue in Louisville and her little museum and stuff down there. And he still gives tours today. So Joe got on the phone with Mr. Charles McLaurin, and I got on the phone with Cheryl, and they talked, and he was apprehensive at first, he's, older guy. And then Cheryl said where her people were from in Mississippi. And Mr. McLaurin, like, oh yeah, I know that, and I know. So then they got, man, the Chicago or the Mississippi to Chicago connection is really strong. In fact, Chicago is often called the northernmost city in Mississippi because of the way that people migrated, It's also the second largest Polish city outside of Warsaw. So anyway, Cheryl and Mr. McLaurin were talking, and he shared like one of her favorite songs was Go Tell It on the Mountain, and Cheryl incorporated that. And they talked about her being fearless. And he said his knees would be shaking a lot of times. But the thing that we took from that conversation was that Charles McLaurin was not only a confidant and a campaign manager, he was a friend and protector. So then what I did, that totally informed what I did. So I went from playing the guitar and singing like an old out-of-tune deacon in the church to trying to embody Mr. Charles McLaurin. So, and that opened up just a world of possibilities, So the band is going to take on some of that as well. Sometimes they'll be like the traveling troupe on the bus.